So let's look at graph theory. Right from the very start, we need to define some terms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a graph. Now, when I have a graph, I have these points here, and these are known as vertices. So I'm going to have 4 vertices, and I'm going to label them in a sec. So let's label this as vertex A, and this as vertex B, and C, and D. Now those things, they're also known as nodes. So this is a node or a vertex, most commonly a vertex, and the plural is vertices. So a vertex, but you might see this sometimes used as a node. Now we can connect up this graph. So we could connect it with a straight line from A to B, and we could connect A to C. And these lines, they're called edges. I'm going to connect this one up as well. So we've got these all connected up together. So when we connect these up, these are called edges. An edge does not have to be a straight line. An edge can also be a looping part like that. So that's still an edge. And also, we can cross over, for some graphs, we can cross over our edges like this. Okay? Here, where it looks like 2 edges are crossing, we do not have to have a new vertex. We can think about one going underneath the other. So we've got edges, we've got vertices and nodes, we can have straight lines, and we can have curved parts. Next, we're going to have a look at the degree. Now, the degree is how many edges are coming out of A. So A has 1, 2, 3. So A is degree 3. And B has 1, 2, 3 as well. And D has 2 edges coming out of this one that I've drawn, and C has 2 edges. So that's the degree. So the number of edges that come out of or meet a vertex. Now the size of a graph are all the edges added together. So the size is all the edges. So I'm going to do this one here, and you can probably just count up all the edges that I've got for a nice easy graph like this. I've got 1, just put a line through it, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. And here's first bit of graph theory. If we add together all the degrees, 6, 10, it gives twice the number of edges. That's because basically you've counted each edge twice. So A was connecting to one place, so I counted it again there. So the size is the total degrees divided by 2. And the second thing we have is the order, which is to count up all the vertices. So the order of the graph is just go around and count up all the vertices. I've got A, B, C, D, so I've got 4 vertices. So this is just basically the very first few pieces of terminology with graph theory.